everybody. It's Linda G, and I've got Sheila here.
Hey,
I knew we had made a date, but then I saw your name and I said, oh, because I told everybody send me some questions. So these can be the questions for you and me.
perfect.
But
Yeah.
you were just mentioning something that we should talk about.
Well, I was just sitting here thinking I get a lot of information and questions and stuff like that. Like they want us to they're wanting us to debunk a lot of the situations that the Republicans are throwing. Right now, it's like they're throwing so much at us. I mean, just like the theory that Trump is going to be a dictator on day one. I mean, in theory, our system will not allow that.
Right. But he
So
did announce it.
he did. That's what he wants. But our system has a different approach to that. Number one, I feel it's still so strongly like from my soul to the end of time, he is not going to win.
No, he's not going to win. And I think she's going to win by such a large margin, it will shock him.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
did you ever feel he'll announce he won right off the bat? I don't see he can announce that.
I think he's going to try the same playbook. It worked the last time. And that's how he works. That's how the Republicans have been doing this.
Yeah, but it was a close call. This time it's not.
It's not. He's going to try something. I do see a dust up, but I don't see anything like sticking. It's like, who are they going to go after?
Right. And also he doesn't have the staff, the Constitution people to work
No,
on his behalf. They're ambulance chasers.
correct. He's not in office. He doesn't have the power of the army. He doesn't have the power of everything. He only thing he has is the crazies that are willing to go out there and go to prison again.
Right.
Now they're crazy enough and they are dangerous. I'm not, like taking that away. However, our system here in the United States is set up that we have governments within each state. I mean, which state do they want to take out that would take out the whole United States? Really, tell me which one. Which
None.
one would you pick? Right?
Yeah.
It's they unless they have a legit huge army, which he doesn't.
And
And the gut
the latest rumor is that the early votes are mostly Republicans. They're so desperate, it's not even funny.
Yeah, it's I've been watching those they can't tell you like they can tell you like the Democrat and then the
Yeah, they
Republican.
can tell, and it's the Democrats,
Yep.
full force.
And they can't tell you if the Republicans are voting Democrat. You know what I mean? They
No,
can't
they
tell you
can't.
which one
Yeah.
they're voting. But we have a good record on early voting. Democrats do. We have a good record on mail-in ballots. We have a good record on that. We also have a good record in showing up. I mean, if every Democrat voted, the Republicans would never win anything.
Yeah,
They just don't have enough people.
right. And
So
thank God I give monthly to that. You know, I got a text message today from Kamala saying you haven't given to our campaign. I'm like, Biash, I'm sorry. I give so much to the down people. Like I give
yeah.
monthly to Tester, I give to Sherrod Brown, I give to all kinds of people. And she's over there bragging about making $1 billion her first 3 months. So I'm figuring she's okay, and then I'm going to get scolded. I don't like that. I'm looking forward to all this ending so they stop writing me.
Yeah, well, I trust one source. I don't believe it's directly from them because uh I get a lot and I always push stop and then they all go away
I
on the
do too. I
stuff.
put stop and or reported as junk.
I think the blue, what is it called? I can't think of it right now. I'm always on screen, can't think of any of my words. But I only don't donate to one. And that whole amount goes there. And that the blue act or something like that is supposed to disperse. I looked into it where it's dispersed. So
Yeah.
I donate to one, they go, but campaign and usually what they do, I don't think it's directly from her. I really
No,
don't.
it's not.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
think
always, can you hear me? We're begging you and all
yeah,
this.
I don't pay attention to none of that. I don't trust none of it, to be honest with you.
But I get, they're just as bad as the repubes as far as begging for money. And then, of course, Bill Gates gave her 50 million just recently. I said, hit Bill Gates up for some more of that change he just threw to you.
Yeah, I think they're doing pretty good. I think the reason why Trump is doing a lot of canceling is because he has to budget his money and go where he thinks the
I still think he's exhausted.
I don't I think he's going crazy, to be
So
honest.
apparently the Madison Square Garden gig is still going. I could have swore I felt he wasn't going to make that.
I haven't looked into that.
He's supposed to be at Madison Square Garden coming up here. If it is, it doesn't feel like it's huge. Or I feel a big disappointment.
Well, he did oh gosh, I'm gonna get the place wrong and maybe the date, but I have a feeling I think it was in back in Philadelphia or back, yeah, I think it was back in Philadelphia or something like that. Or Detroit. Anyways, he had a venue that he was having a rally, and the venue had it was like a 2 hour delay because they had to revamp the venue for less people. They had it for bigger people, but they had to switch everything around to make it look
Oh,
like a
look
bigger
like, yeah.
and they had it was like a 2 hour delay for them to just rearrange everything so he's not getting the people showing up for one. So I mean, I just want to debunk all of this. It's like they throw a lot of stuff at you. Don't pay attention to it.
Right.
It's all flashy
I
stuff.
posted on my page a woman in Tennessee, just the sweetest little woman. And she said, I've been voting since the beginning of time. She's definitely a Democrat in a red state. And she said, usually you can go, there's hardly anybody around, you just go in, you vote, you leave. She said, first of all, I couldn't find a parking space. Second of all, the line was way down the road. And when
This is for Kamala Harris, right?
yeah, she said, I asked the lady, is it always, has it been busy? Because they've been open for voting for 7 days, she said, since day one. It has been packed
Oh, wow.
in Tennessee.
Oh, I think I saw that woman. She was on TikTok. She was talking about
Yes,
she goes, Tennessee is famous for not voting. And I was talking about that a while back when I was doing some readings. I'm like, Tennessee really truly is. I mean, those people there, some of those people are so poor that
I know.
they concentrate on just trying to, stay alive, pay rent, and feed their kids. But she was talking about that there is an uptick in a whole bunch of voting, and she has a feeling that it has a
He's
lot to do.
never seen anything like this. She probably
Yes,
been late 60s and
yes.
or maybe late 50s, but she started crying.
Yeah, I
And
think I
I've
saw that
never
too.
seen anything like this. And of course, it's mostly Democrats that are voting.
Yeah, something has gone. Well, this is the thing is we have lit a fire. There's one thing that Trump has done is he lit a fire underneath our party. And we're finally, getting to that point. I know I was asking a Trumper just the other day. I was like, do you think Trump has gained any support since Biden won? Do you can you prove to me somehow, some way that there's been this great big, huge 7 million people shift over to Trump? Come on.
What
If
they say.
anything, they were like, no, he's gonna win this time. They're gonna win that. They're sick of that. Biden,
That's,
blah, blah, blah. Like,
that's,
no, no, honey, we've been really happy with Biden. I don't
I'm
know.
telling you, and let me tell you guys something else. My guides told me this morning. I went to watch the news for a minute because I keep updated. And my guide said they're not really going to turn anybody over. That's mostly everybody's decided which way to go.
Correct. That
But
is correct. I've been saying that too. I said nobody's minds have been changed, but what we have done is added like the young people, like Taylor Swift and getting all of her people supporters and all of the uptick and all of the registration. And most registrations that are being, going forward are from young people in college and things like that. Yeah, we
yeah.
have just
And Mark
gained.
Elias, thank you, Mark. He makes them Georgia. He got them to be able, there are people in the polls to decide who gets to vote and who doesn't. The court said,
Right.
no, you can't do that. And did you see Trump announce that he would use, just like I told everybody, Aileen Cannon as a
Yep.
justice? We knew
Yeah.
that.
We knew that a while back. We were reading on that. I was like, she is lobbying for a job. And we've been saying that for quite some time. She's lobbying for money
Oh,
and
quick
for a job.
pro. This is that. You scratch my back and I'll scratch your back.
Yep,
He's
absolutely.
in so much trouble. It's not even funny.
I
That's why I'll still be doing the show, because I thought when he wins, I can relax. But my friends are saying no, because we're going to be watching this show with Trump acting out even worse.
Yeah, and it's going to be fun reading on how many years he's going to get. You know what I
I know.
mean? Because I have been saying this for quite some time. Kamala Harris is going to be your president, and Donald Trump is going to go to prison.
Yeah, and I said years ago that she would be the first female president of the United States.
Yeah.
I saw Biden handing her the baton, but I saw two, and I thought it was in his second term. But what it was, that she would take over what would have been his second term.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let me tell you something, you guys, a horse of a different color. She's sweet and everything right now, but she don't play.
She's a
Partly because
Scorpion.
she's a woman, she's going to double back. So all this riffraff that Trump will try to do, she'll be okaying, signing the okays for the Department of Justice to ream him.
Yep.
He's not going to get away with nothing.
No. No. There is absolutely no plan whatsoever.
And anybody that claimed that she didn't win fair and square, they'll have to go before judges. It's not actually going to be as bad as the last time. I know they say, oh, he's really got a game plan. No, not if people know they're going to go to jail if they keep playing this.
Yeah, he doesn't have this solid so-called protection behind him either. And he doesn't really, since he's not in office, he doesn't really have that I will give you a blanket, what is it called? Get out of jail for free.
Pardon?
Yeah, pardon. So it's like the lack of the motivation. I don't know if he can motivate as many people as he did last time.
No,
Because
and when he talks, it's turning ugly. He's really getting ugly. He always was a complainer.
yeah.
But like that Arnold Palmer thing wasn't, guys might like that, but
Good
it
Lord.
was such a turnoff.
Did you see that one with Stormy Daniels? He is no Arnold Palmer.
He's an Arnold mushroom.
Yeah, that was funny. Well,
Marilyn wants to know, will does Satan suffer any consequences for the crap he threw? Like, they've made it so the insurance companies can't be sued. And now they're denying anybody's request for anything in Florida.
of course they are. Of course they are.
It's not right away. I was hoping it would be, but it's going to be a couple of years.
Do you want to read on that or no? Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what you see. But I've seen him in trouble. And also where he's going to get in trouble is that he took money like for the hurricanes and kept it.
Yeah, I see that his psyche, I've seen him lose his mind, like gone.
The Satan?
Yes, like gone. Every time I would like do a remote view of him, I would look at him and his top of his head is gone. I was like, is he going crazy?
Well, he was going to try to put people in jail for the abortion amendment. And the judge said, no, you can't do that. It's called First Amendment, stupid.
Yes,
He
yes.
didn't like that.
No, of course not. Well, he also didn't want any of the news people to say what was going on with what was it? There was something I forget. See it? Future planning progress. I do see him in a chariot. I see him in a hangman, but reversed. I don't know.
Yeah, he's going to get in trouble for money. He's got a battle coming up. This is the courts, and it's about money.
Yeah. His selfishness is going to get him in trouble.
He'll never be president.
No.
Remember when he was trying to smile and he was so phony looking?
Oh, and he would always lick his lips because he looked like he was always like on cocaine or something.
So, now what do you get about Debbie Powell, who's running in Florida against Rick Scott?
Ooh, I did a video on we Nancy Jean and I did all of the Senate races,
Yeah,
and this was Powell, but I feel like we did good. Like
I think
surprisingly, she did good.
she did.
Yes.
Debbie win. Yes, Debbie will win.
Yeah.
And what about Gloria Johnson? I think she's going to win. I think her numbers are up as we speak.
Well, I do know
Now, to Gloria
that
Johnson running against Marsha Blackburn, who, by the way, when they were in the booth, and if you hit Gloria, it would switch to Marsha. You could see it.
really,
They showed it. They took film of it. Or if you hit Kamala, it would switch to Donald Trump.
in Tennessee,
And in Tennessee,
oh
they
my God.
switched it. They fixed it, but they were trying to cheat.
Man, these people, that's the only way they can. They know it. Well, they love her. They love her.
Yes.
So they love her, but she only gets a 3 of Pentacles. She doesn't have a whole lot of support behind her at this point in time. We do get the 4 of Cups though. I don't know. This was like maybe people just don't vote at all because of.
This is Tennessee where they're going around the blocks.
But
Remember,
I mean, like the Republicans are like sitting back and going, you know what? I'm done with this, and they're not voting. They're not showing up to vote. Like
you
they
know,
don't
Marsha
care.
Blackburn, she cheated. Texas cheated because Beto should have been governor.
Oh, I agree with you. Um, it says good news for her, so I do have good news.
Okay, cool.
So, we'll watch that race. It always feels like I got burned with Lindsey Graham pretty hard. Remember back when we were all like, "There's no way he's winning. There's no way he's winning," and then he
His
just
approval ratings were really low, but we
yeah.
can't be cheating.
Nope. And he just slid right by. And so I'm so like gun shy. I'm like, I see that person winning, but then
Yeah, but sometimes you can see a loss. It's not that term, it's the other term. It's really weird how that works.
well, a lot of cheating came up when we were doing them, a lot with the Republicans. I mean, they are doing everything from gerrymandering to disinformation. I mean, they
That's
are,
what the Tennessee lady was saying. We're so gerrymandered and all this. You know,
yes.
I just reluctantly go down there, but I feel it's my duty to vote. And she was shocked to see all the people.
We also have Vindman. I don't know if we checked it. Who's Vindman? Vindman is in which state? Do you know?
Do we want to see if he wins?
Yeah, I would love to see because I haven't heard anybody kind of checking in on Vindman.
Let me look. I think I read him a while ago. Where are you at, Vidman?
It just seems like we have.
As soon as he ran, I donated to him. He
Yeah.
was born in Kiev, Ukraine. They're not saying, okay. It looks like Bidman for Congress, but it's not saying the state.
I thought it was like Virginia, North Carolina, something along those lines.
I think it's Virginia.
Yeah.
Will Vidman win? Yes or no? Give it to us straight. We can handle whatever you got to say. I definitely see Congress being a full house with a bunch of Dems, and I definitely see the Senate.
I do see the Senate gaining at least 3 or 4.
I think Ted Cruz is going to lose.
I do too. I think Texas is just like literally done with that guy.
Yeah.
But we need to check in on Lauren Boebert too, because that little bobblehead.
Listen, by the way, even if Boebert gets in, they're going to be handing their papers because they're all in trouble.
They are.
Vin's not happy right now. He's got the 7 of Swords. He's thinking he might not win. But then look, he's got the 10 of Cups.
Yeah, I got the Two of Cups, the loving towards him. Yeah, I get the Six of Cups, the public recognition. I also get the Ace of Swords, which is breakthrough and victory. However, victory may be diluted because of this little problem he's having with the Republicans.
Yeah, these guys are idiots. The Republicans are losing power, and boy, are they going to turn around and blame Trump. But we told you.
Yeah, everything we have been saying is coming true. Everything that we have been saying for so long, it's like we have been screaming at these Republicans for so long. Something's wrong. This guy is not right.
Well, let me tell you something else. Somebody asked, how much will Trump continue undermining Kamala's agenda after he loses? I see him talking, but his voice is mute. So I think maybe the news media will pick him up initially, and when they notice nobody's watching, they just stop watching too.
Yeah, I think he's lost support. And I've never seen them switch over or, vote for Kamala Harris or anything like that. It's the apathy. They just not vote. That's their behavior. That would be something that they would feel comfortable doing. They just won't vote. They're not
But
going to
it's
vote for
different
Trump.
this time. A lot of people are coming out to vote, just like they did with Obama.
Yeah, the Democrats, but I'm talking about the Republicans.
Oh, yeah.
Saying
They don't want to deal with this.
yeah, they're done. They're not going to betray their whatever and vote for a Democrat, but they're done with Trump too. So, and RFK is on almost everybody's ballot.
Yeah, I don't know if people vote for him, but
I don't know either, but he's still there. He's still
a
there.
nothing burger. So will Harris win North Carolina and Georgia? I definitely feel yes.
I'm feeling Florida for some reason, and I think
I've been saying Florida forever. I saw Rachel Maddow and Nicole Wallace look at each other in total shock and saying, Florida just turned blue. And they're saying on the news, it is Armageddon the way. I have friends in Florida writing me saying, especially after these last hurricanes and him lying about FEMA and stuff, they're done with him.
I don't know. I think that the rural areas of where the hurricanes and all of that, those people are not going to care about voting at that point.
I see Trump winning. So who doesn't vote or votes doesn't matter. I see North Carolina and Georgia. I don't know about Texas. I know a lot of people showed out for Texas. You think Florida lies? Texas will blatantly cheat.
Yeah.
They'll get all the ballots and then accidentally drop 10,000 of them.
Yeah, they will. I think they've been cheating in that state for quite some time. And that's
But I don't want you guys to be afraid. Don't think in terms like the other times. This is a horse of a different color. So, what's going on with Trump's Scottish golf course?
Scottish guard. So they have been what was it? I forget now what it was going on. His Scottish, they're something about defamation or something. Well, anyways, there's a guy that's living right close to his golf course, and he is suing him for something or other.
Was it something to do with the water, or he took water or something?
Something along that lines. He has a lot of problems there. Is Scotland, right?
Scotland can't stand him.
Scotland golf course for Trump. Let's see. Trump's International owned by him. I was just trying to see if I can lawsuit. I mean, he has so many damn lawsuits. It's just unbelievable.
He'll be not wanted anywhere. He's going to try to escape. That's what I see. But the Trump name will be, I think his family knows they're gonna lose.
Well, it says Donald Trump golf course in Scotland loses money again. During the year in which Trump International Scotland played host to the PGA Senior Champion, the resort at the something Scott, it's a Scottish name in Aberdeen.
Well,
They
you know,
lost-
even
lost about $20 million.
yeah, Scotland's gonna take it back. I don't know if it was Scotland or Ireland, but he made Mike Pence stay at one of his resorts and not stay in town where he was due to go. So he had to drive 2 hours out of his way just so he used taxpayers' money to have Mike Pence and the Secret Service stay.
Of course he did. There's no, of course he did.
I see Scotland getting that land. They want him out.
Yeah, nobody around the world likes him.
I see it being put up for sale at the last minute and people getting it. The state might even take it in for a song.
Trump's Scotland golf course destroyed legally protected land. That's what he did. He destroyed legally protected land. And that's why they're coming after him. Yeah.
When he was president, he gave part of the Grand Canyon to private people to drill on.
Of course. He
does not care.
No. I put up on my TikTok. I said, everybody, please, I want you to, I can actually read what I put down. I said, list any inspirational, uplifting, loving quotes or words that would indicate that he loves this country and all the humans that live in it. Nobody could come up with anything.
No.
Nobody.
Except when he dry humped the flag. So listen, let's take a look, see, because I got another question. Look at the planning of the rally at Madison Square Garland.
What kind of question?
On the 29th of October.
See how it's going to go?
How it's going to go.
Now, I don't know how.
Square Garden.
Is this an outside venue?
I believe so, yeah. But because it's over the subway system and they're working on it down below. And you got to be careful about people trying to throw bombs and stuff.
Yeah, that's a logistic nightmare.
Yeah. Tell me what I can
do. In order to get him, yeah, that's a logistic.
Oh, I don't know if something comes up and they end up canceling it. Ooh. So something is going to come up that's going to hit Trump pretty hard. Besides them saying, all this news are saying that he liked Hitler and all that. That's old news. I remember hearing about that a while ago. But something else is coming up, Sheila.
Yeah, there is. I see
some shock and awe.
Well, their hard work, they're really worried.
Yeah.
And then all of their hard work is going to get real painful.
Oh, God, you're not kidding.
Yeah. All of their hard work is going to get real painful. But then temperance and the sun shows up. Like temperance is that old wisdom. Like there's karma, there's that temperance. We told you, yeah. Ooh. He
might say he's sick or something happens, but the cups are spelt. So either it's a huge disappointment or it's canceled.
Yeah, that's a logistic nightmare for them, especially with all of the attempts on him from the Secret Service to putting up a bullet thing. Because is he the only person that's going to be talking?
I don't know.
Yeah, this venue set, but this is, I think
but he would love someone famous like Eminem, like Bruce Springsteen, someone famous, but all he's got is Scott Baio and Roseanne Barr. He doesn't have big names.
No, he does not. He has all washed up people. Yeah.
I don't think Trump is Hitler reincarnated because I don't see Hitler being able to be reincarnated. He's still in purgatory. Remember, he had to live through all the people he had murdered. He had to live through their lives, feel their pain and their families' pains.
Yeah, I've never seen him being reincarnated. I think he would. Trump always felt to me like one of the generals from Hitler's army that was
Yeah.
supporting Hitler. Like he was all in because Trump has never been a true front runner. He's always had people do this, people do that, people do that. He's always had people like a general would
Like
have.
Charles Manson, have other
Yeah,
people do your dirty work.
have other people. Yeah, don't ever write an email. Don't ever do this. Don't ever do that. Make sure that they get in trouble for it. They're always on the, and that's what it's always felt to me is like he was one of Hitler's generals or in that realm.
You know, can I tell you something? Somebody just said, "Dear Linda Elizabeth, what happens to the MAGA movement after Kamala is elected president?"
Let's do
well, let me tell you, I just got a vision.
Oh, good. What was it?
So I see people like Bannon and Tucker Carlson trying to stir up something, talking some trash. And then I saw agents taking them. And I even saw, this is what the hit I got on Bannon, that they're grabbing him. He's in front of a microphone and they're telling him, come with me and leave your keys here. He's literally having to take his keys out of his pocket and leaving them on the table.
Nice.
So I feel like it's more that they're in trouble for the fake news they're doing.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of this hesitancy to hold a lot of these guys accountable has a lot to do with the elections. What they know the most is we cannot be the country of we go after our opponents. That is dictatorship 101. So the hesitancy is legit. However, when Kamala Harris wins the presidency, we gain a little footing and ground. When they go after them, they have no ground. They can't go up to a judge and say, that was political, because it's over with.
Yeah.
And they can get them, they can go after them, they can put charges, they can put them in prison, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Legally, after it's all said and done, because there's no political motivation anymore.
Yeah.
So I think that's what the hesitancy is. I don't like the hesitancy. We all need to be fed the justice that we deserve with this.
Yeah, there will be justice.
Yeah. But the hesitancy is legit in our country and how we function. I don't want to go after your opponent person either. However, when an opponent is as corrupt as Donald Trump and all of his people, it's hard to sit back and watch them walk this earth free.
Well, they're like, Biden should pardon him right now. Biden should pardon Trump. And it's like, what mercy did you show anybody else? Where's the motivation?
No, because Trump would not pardon them. In fact, what does he say? The enemy from within. Who do you think he's talking about?
Yeah. He's thinking they're going out of his way to interrupt his. No, they're going out of the way to show the truth. If the truth hurts, too bad.
Yeah, no.
And I feel Kamala, when she comes in, she's going to not mess with Netanyahu.
No.
I saw Blinken on the news today. Yeah, we still support Israel and its protection. What do you mean protection? It doesn't need protection anymore. It's everyone else. They bombed every hospital on the Gaza Strip. They're hitting Jordan, which, by the way, I read a woman from there and said it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And no, she's not going to put up with it.
No, and you know what else? As soon as you said that, I remember my vision of North Korea soldiers going and helping Russia. I see the North Korean soldiers wanting to be free.
I saw them. They've already been dispersing. They've been getting out of Dodge.
Correct. I say they are not going to fight for North Korea. They have no motivation whatsoever to fight for Russia and or North Korea because of the treatment and how much they're starving. These are little itty bitty tiny men.
I know.
They have no power. who are they going to fight? I'm like, the Ukraine guys can just put their hands on their heads and they're going to go like this because they're
Yeah,
Ukraine guys. They're like twice the size of these little itty bitty guys
little
because of
ants.
the starvation and everything. They have nothing to fight against.
But believe it or not, South Korea, who would not help Ukraine at all, they refused to get involved, are involved now.
Ooh, I didn't hear that. When
Yes, they're getting
Good.
their the stuff they need and will even send in soldiers. I think they're kind of waiting to see if they can blow out 3,000 in one fell swoop.
Yeah, I think I see Kim
Don't
Jong-un
know.
losing a lot of control because of him doing this thing. That was his biggest thing from the get-go. I'm not sending my troops. I have my country locked down. I have it what I want. But once he starts sending all of these men over, all of these other family, I mean, these other families, the men out there, they're going to be free.
Yeah.
That he doesn't he's gonna lose control because not only are they going to be free, they're going to be talking, they're going to tell you where the weakest point is in North Korea from then on out. This is a absolute breach of power for Kim Jong-un
It's not going to go well for him. And the
no.
other thing is we don't get the whole MO because his country locks it down, Putin.
Yep.
But I will tell you right now, his people are already sick of him. And
Correct.
they don't want their children going out and dying.
No.
His thing was, I'll get this dummy over here to, to send his men in. They're going to wipe those men out. Those that they don't wipe out will probably beg to please just take us.
Agreed.
And also, he can't use, let me tell you, one nuke and it's over if he can get that off.
Well, I've seen this before. I remember doing a remote view on his nukes, and I saw the deterioration. Like he doesn't have the money or the manpower or whatever. He's not taking care of them. In fact, he knows that if he had to go and do what he's threatening to do, he couldn't do it.
Well, remember he talked trash to Trump? I'm going to blow. He said, come on, Rocket Man.
Yeah.
That's the one thing Trump did that was actually worth it. Come on, Rocket Man. He said, do it. We've got more nukes than you. We got the best. It's just like Russia, the intel from Russia telling, who's the big wig, the chief of staff?
From
Not
Russia?
chief of staff, the chief of the military for the United States. He told them, you better stand down. And they said, we don't like being threatened. He said, sir, I'm in charge of the biggest military in the world. We don't threaten.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
I love that about our United States. Like you better like no, we don't take up.
Sometimes you need to stand up just like John F. Kennedy did with Russia. I love the story about Jacqueline Kennedy, and he wanted her to go in the bunkers, her and the kids, and she refused. She
Oh,
said, if we blow up, I'll be with you. Me and the kids are going with you.
good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My happy ass had been down in the bunker. And I would have been saying, don't call me, I'll call you.
Oh, that's too funny. But yeah, I don't see Putin. He's been maintaining or taking care of the equipment around those nukes. Now, nukes can last for a millennia, for years and years and years. There's some underneath the ocean.
But it does kind of doesn't have the power it did.
Well, he doesn't have the power to launch it because he hasn't been maintaining the equipment to do so. So they are dead in the water to him.
I don't want you guys to worry. The thing we need to worry about now is weather changes.
Yeah.
That's happening.
There's no stopping that now. We have to wait
but the guides told me when things start getting, it's bad and it's going to get worse. But that man works with man. Brother becomes, after the Trump thing's out of the way and we're just trying to survive, we work for each other.
Well, yes, and I agree that we as humans have to stop agitating the Mother Nature. Now that with that being said, I was trying to make light of it, but I'm being very serious. What I have seen is the Earth has been maintaining itself for longer than we have ever lived, right? So
Yeah.
therefore, we have to now that we have done what we have done, now we have to wait for the earth to regulate itself. Now, whether she takes us out when that happens, I don't know, but she will survive.
Yeah, she's just adjusting, but a
Yep,
lot of
she
people
has
are
to
going to get.
regulate herself somehow, some way. The regulation will happen, and she will protect herself. Now, I hope we live through it, but
But it's not the end of times. I didn't see it.
no, there's too many of us at this point in time. I mean, it's
We're the only nation that grows. Everybody else is at a stalemate. Japan has minus something growth. Nobody's recreating there because they don't allow
more than
illegals.
one child, right? Is that still
No, they
effect?
don't allow. We have a mass plethora of different nations. They don't allow it. They don't allow you to come in their country. Same thing with China.
Yep,
So China doesn't have population growth.
yep.
And same thing with Russia.
Yep. North Korea, same thing.
Yeah.
There is no diversity. There is no other. In fact, most of the people have no idea really what a white person really looks like. You
Yeah.
know, they only know their race. They have no other concept of
And
it.
it'll be so weird for them to be able to have a taste of freedom.
Yes, it's coming. This is his downfall.
Yeah. This
I
is
feel it from my soul.
a beautiful thing. But listen, so what was Navani's wife was on Rachel Maddow.
Mm-hmm.
I bought his book, his memoirs from jail. I just bought it and I'm going to listen to it. But his wife, what's her name? Julie, what is her name? Hey, you guys, speak up. I also bought Al Pacino's new book. War is really good. That's a really good one. Where is it? Hold on, I'll tell you guys. Patriot, a memoir. I thought I bought it. Anyway. Yeah, I did buy it. I have it on audio. So, his wife, remember I kept seeing a female taking over in Russia? I think his wife will be the new person in Russia.
Good.
She starts off at least. I don't know if she'll stay there for a long time.
Was she really upset and did she like cry a lot about it? I mean, was she?
No, not at all. She's very strong. Very beautiful woman, very stoic.
Good.
Well versed, she sat next to her husband and all this drama. He gave his life up. He knew he wasn't
I
up.
know. He knew.
He gave his life up.
I agree. And what a shame.
I know.
What a shame.
And
But
I'm looking forward to Jared. I've always seen Jared in an orange suit.
Yeah.
Jared's going to get hit not only for taking that money from a foreign agent, but turning in the Washington Post guy, because the Washington Post guy wrote an article about Jared stealing, taking money from them.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, whatever he wrote is going to be released in about a year or so. A lot of stuff's coming out. After this is over, this is why we're going to be busy, girl.
Agree.
After this is over, you won't believe this stuff. But do you see another shock and awe coming before the end of this month, which we only have like a week left? Less than a week. I see something else coming up.
I'm trying to see if there's anything. I'm looking in Kamala's camp, and I'm looking in Trump's camp. Trump's camp. See, there's a thing about there's every time I look at Trump, he's vibrating like at a high speed. Like you know how when you're watching TV and they used back in the day when they would go like this and you couldn't see them I don't know how to explain it. But he's vibrating like crazy. Like I'm trying to figure out what's making him vibrate. Either it's his psyche or it's medicine or his emotions. my mother vibrated like that when I would see her when she had dementia at the end. It was it
Might be
was like,
dementia.
yeah, it was like her body couldn't do much because like her spirit was gone and her body was just trying to live, and it didn't have any navigational skills. It didn't have its spirit to keep it still, I guess
I
is the
don't think
best
he
way.
feels well at all.
No,
I think he's always in anger, and he canceled a bunch of gigs today.
he
He
again.
he can't handle much more. He's showing his age.
So what, McDonald's and all of a sudden now they have the tainted meat? Is that
Yeah, the Trump people took all the restrictions off meat, off all kinds of stuff. And so they said, and like I used to buy the lunch meat that one Boris had. I used to think that was top quality. I'll
yeah.
never buy it again. And they said, because you know what they say? Oh, take these restrictions off. You can trust us. We can
Right.
handle our own. No, they didn't. They're getting people sick.
Of course they are. That's the reason why. It's not. It's about money. Them saving some money. It has nothing to do
Oh,
with
they packed his wallet underneath the table. Trust me,
oh
he was making deals left and right. Like I said, this is all going to come out, not only
yes.
about him stealing top-notch classified records from the United States, selling some of that information. And
Yeah.
that happened because they were saying, wait a second, we got a bot. Our intel out on the field is dying. They're being assassinated. Someone is letting them know who it was. Who knew it'd be our own president? But all this stuff is going to start coming out. A lot of details.
Yeah, well, we already got a lot. I was really kind of shocked at how much when all of those documents were released of from Jack Smith and Judge Chunkin. I
Yeah.
can't say her name right. But anyways, I remember reading through that. I'm like, wow, we really didn't learn a whole heck of a lot more than we
Oh,
already knew.
they have Mike Pence's personal, and he took notes.
Yeah.
Donald Trump and his cohorts, especially Donald Trump, paid for people to come to January 6th.
Yeah. I believe that wholeheartedly.
So they'll be able to prove that beyond a reasonable doubt. But you
Yeah.
don't know what happened. It was just a loving fest.
Well, I'm pretty
And
sure a
Jimmy
whole
Thomas helped pay for those buses.
well, I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of hotel rooms were paid for.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of those people that were there. I mean, have you ever stayed in Washington D.C.?
Never.
You can't get a decent hotel near the Capitol for less than $300 or $400.
Yeah.
You can't. You really can't.
That's here in California, too.
Yeah. So I knew when I saw like where are these people staying? Who's paying for their hotel room for the amount of time that they're in? Who's paying for their plane tickets? Come on.
Well, do you know what's interesting? Someone mentioned that. This is so true, you guys. People are breaking records with flying, taking vacations. Europe got overwhelmed with all the visitors. We're blowing out games. We're going to all the games and the concerts.
Yeah.
Those little kids that like that singer, what's her name?
Taylor Swift?
Taylor. That's not cheap.
No.
Parents having to pay for those tickets and the little things that go with it, their little shirts.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. And they're saying, and you're saying the economy sucks?
Yeah. There's no way.
People are living high on the hog.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. I had talked to somebody about like I'm losing my house and I've worked 60 hours. I'm like, those are personal decisions that happen to you.
Yeah.
I like to examine some of your own personal decisions and the reason why you're working 60 hours and you're still losing your home. Come on.
Did you get in over your head? Did you
Yeah, what are your
borrow
decisions?
against it? Yeah.
Yeah, so there's some sort of personal decisions that you have made somewhere along the way that for some reason are not correctable at this point.
Right.
Some people have to make hard decisions. I'm the first one to tell you hard decisions are a hard decision, but you have to accept the fallout after your hard decision that you make. Accept it,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
So if I had to make a hard decision and down the line I lost my house, I'm going to take responsibility. That was the decision that kind of created that. But these people are like the government's problem. Like, wait a minute, you just tell us you don't want the government to be in your life, but you want them to save you also? Come on.
Yeah, yeah. So listen, girlfriend, do you have anything, any last words,
Um,
everyone?
well, any last words? If anybody's here would like to come and join me on my channel, it is Celtic Tarot Sheila. I'm also doing a video with Alina Rodriguez tomorrow evening, and hopefully Dave Johnson. He had like a medical thing go on, and
I
I'm
hope
hoping.
he's okay.
Yeah, he's okay. I checked up on him. He's okay. He had to go into the well, that's his story. But anyways, I'm hoping that maybe he will feel okay enough to join us. But if not, it's definitely going to be Lena Rodriguez and I. We've been trying to schedule this for months.
I know, I love her. She's so cool.
I know she's hard. She's hard to snag.
Yeah, she's got a real good deck of cards too, you guys.
Yes, and I have them, and I also
Oh, you got my book there.
I do.
Who's that? Is that Linda G? You can get my book, you guys, on Amazon.
That's right. Amazon.com. And oh, I didn't get it. I didn't get one that was signed. Somebody else got one that was signed, but
I can sign you one.
I would love
I'll send it to you.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been when I'm reading is really difficult for me. I liked all the
I like
pictures.
audio. I buy all my books audio.
All the pictures were just fantastic.
Thank you.
And I don't think I've ever like told you how wonderful it was. You put me in your
Yeah.
books.
All my backup team, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I was like, oh my gosh. So thank you.
I try to remember everybody. I might have forgot somebody, so.
I know it's hard. It's hard. We have such a big, huge community.
When I
but-
get the Academy Award, I'm gonna be tongue-tied. I won't remember anything.
Well, you just call your Gemini girl, and I will have all of the cue cards for you.
There
Okay.
you go. Hey, listen, you know what I did flash on? And I'll be doing more videos as we get closer. When is it? The voting next Tuesday?
We have less than 2 weeks left.
Okay, so we got another Tuesday coming up.
Yep.
Then a week from that Tuesday.
Yep.
So after this, when we get to this week's Tuesday, it's, oh my God, I can't wait. But anyway, I had a weird flash. You know the girl that worked for Mark Meadows? What's her name? I bought her book too.
I know who you're talking about. Why can't I think of her name? A B C D E F G H I J
Cassidy Hutchinson.
Cassidy, yes.
They're going to do a movie about her, or made for TV special.
I hope so, because I'm pretty sure she was in the middle.
Yeah. And I just saw it. I think she's already talking to people. It'll be about 2 years. They're going to do it.
Good. I can't wait to. But if you want to on election night or something like that, I don't know if there's something you would be interested in. I'm not sure I would want to head it up. But if you're interested in going live and for the results, I don't know if we're going to get them that night, but we could definitely watch.
We can always hook up as we're going along and we're saying, see, she's winning by a landslide.
Yes. We could always, just get on and just jibber jabber.
But we could also be in our rooms just shaking in the bed.
True that. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Because the last time it wasn't clear sailing. It took a few days.
It did take 3
But I feel this time we'll know.
Yeah.
Not that they'll announce it, but we'll know that night, like, oh, it's Kamala. She's winning.
Yes. And the thing about it is Trump has to pay for a state to recount. He doesn't have the money this time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Georgia, he had to pay for them to do the recount.
But did he charge the United States anyway? I bet you he did.
I'm pretty sure he did. He had, all of the money he wanted while he was president, but he's not president now, and he has to pay them to do a recount. So he can't just like out of the blue say recount. This is not how it works out.
Yeah, and the RNC doesn't have money. And listen, they're not complaining out loud. His puppets, But they're not getting money from the RNC
No.
because she's giving it, the sister-in-law or the daughter-in-law is giving it everything to him.
Yep. Unless he recruits Elon Musk to pay for all of it, which he might.
Elon Musk is in trouble too. We'll talk more later on that.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's in trouble, boy.
Lots of
All
it.
right, you guys, we love you.
Thank you for letting me be here. Thank you, Linda.
Tell my Dr. Rodriguez I said hello.
I will. We need to get back together and do the power of three again.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
Maybe after the election.
Yeah, we'll do fun stuff. But
Okay.
but don't forget, I need to do prayers too. Probably do it this weekend. Don't forget to put out the prayers for nothing but beauty, most benevolent outcome, and that I saw her dressed in this beautiful dress at the inauguration ball.
Yes.
So, all right. Okay, my friend. Cheers. Bye, you guys.